Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about covert narcissist mothers. Yes, and their relationship with the son. So before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel and hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So as we know, covert narcissists are very shy, introverted, and they keep on playing victim, and they have fabricated stories to back it up, and they keep on exhibiting their vulnerabilities, how weak they are, how fragile they are, how the world has wronged them, how people have mistreated them, and how they did not get what they deserved in this world. So this is the basic layout of their story and life. Now when we look at, or when we observe covert narcissist mothers, these covert narcissist mothers are in fact very attached to their children, because children are like her supply. And often what happens is that things go a little too far. I mean, as it is, these mothers, they have a lot of insecurities. I mean, deep down, all of these narcissists are made up of insecurities, and you know on an emotional scale, they are not more than an 8-year-old kid. So they have their own tantrums, adult tantrums, that you can see. So these covert, vulnerable narcissist mothers, they are really attached to their son, and it's absolutely normal and okay to be possessive about one's children. That's fine. But things go toxic when there is excess of control, when there is excess of manipulation. So these mothers, these covert narcissist mothers, begin to see their son as a supply, as a means to get whatever she wants. And in that process, this covert, vulnerable narcissist mother might also alienate the son from the father. She might go on saying that your father also mistreated me, he never gave me this, he never gave me that. Kid doesn't deserve to know. A kid needs to have a healthy childhood. Why do we have to tell these stories, our personal stories, to the kid when the kid is too young? But these mothers, they don't hesitate. And especially since we are talking about the mother and son dynamic, these women's go to any extent. These covert, vulnerable narcissist mothers go to any extent. They share intimate details, and how their husband betrayed them, how their husband used to listen to his mother, how the father, this kid's father, I mean the son, used to abuse her and confiscate good things from her, and he never used to value all her efforts, and blah blah blah. There is a lot of manipulation, and you can easily spot and see that she's staying in a good house, she's wearing good clothes, she's healthy, but it goes on. And I don't think it's ideal or it's fair for a kid to listen to all of that. Yeah, your business with your husband is absolutely personal, and you have to sort it out. The kid is not going to sort it out. But the conditioning happens, I mean, quite early. These covert narcissistic mothers, they don't leave any opportunity to groom their son. And they are so enmeshed emotionally, in a wrong way, in a real messy and chaotic way, that you can easily spot a lot of this emotional incest, the emotional kind of a relationship that should be there between two partners, I mean a husband and wife. Such kind of an emotional dependency you can see uh, between these covert narcissist mothers and their son. So as it is, I mean, like oversharing of information, and that too which is fabricated and one-sided. Well, if things were not okay with you and your husband, why didn't you leave? But then these mothers would say, well, I did not leave him because I was worried about you. So you were worried about your son and you did not leave the abusive father, and you want to inform that to the son. But at least wait for some time, let that son grow into an adult and then tell him everything. But no, the conditioning, the grooming has to go from an early time. So this is how these mothers, in a way, I would say, destroy their kid. I mean, it's quite detrimental. Your kid doesn't really need to go through all these things, but it's just being selfish. These covert narcissist mothers, all what they need is their never ending supply, or someone who can keep fulfilling and keep doing what they want them to do, and give them all that admiration, attention, and praises, and that's all. So keep feeding their false self. So now let us understand what are the components that is there in a maternal covert narcissism, and especially if we see the son and a mother dynamic. Playing victim is one of the most important things. She has suffered a lot. Either the father, mother, her own parents, in-laws, world, society, friends, siblings, your father, I mean the boy's father, everyone betrayed her and exploited her and abused her and tortured her. But she did not leave them. She still endured it because of you. So again, this is again a very smart manipulation tactics of parentifying you and putting into your position where you feel responsible, that now I have to do, I have to take you out, I have to do this search and rescue mission, and I have to rescue my mother out. So again, playing victim helps these covert narcissist mothers. All the time they are going to play victim. Oh, I suffered this, I suffered that. So from an early age, these sons, they take up the responsibility. Oh no, mother, I'm going to do it. It's not right. Let them grow, see, understand, and then you share your story. But no, these mothers can't wait. It's almost like as if there's going to be an apocalypse tomorrow, and they have to tell everything to the son, even though if he's 10-year-old. Yeah, so that's very selfish. Oversharing of information can also be seen in such relationships. She goes on, the mother goes on, telling how his father used to be physically abusive as well, as sexually abusive at times. She's going to tell everything. Let's cut it short. These kind of covert narcissist mothers are going to tell everything to the son, which the son is not supposed to know. Just because she cannot manage, she is not getting the admiration, she is not getting the validation, she is not getting what she wants, she will make sure that she puts the son into such a position where the son feels responsible and obligated, and the son does whatever she wants. So oversharing of intimate information, which is just not needed, but still she does. And then we can see a huge amount of gaslighting is also there. Whereas if the son questions that mom, why does daddy do like that, and she won't say that she had been bad, she had been wicked, and that's why, I mean, that infuriated the father and he used to be abusive verbally or physically. I mean, there is only one-sided story that is always narrated. Yeah, because the alienation has to be done, the son has to be controlled. So not everything is told and informed as it is to the son. So there is a lot of gaslighting, and also the son would often question or maybe say no, and then she would further manipulate him, saying that, yeah, I deserve this, I didn't get it from your father, why the hell should I expect it from you? Again, guilt tripping and making them feel responsible. So I mean, there is a lot of unhealthy thing. And these covert vulnerable narcissist mothers, they don't hesitate in comparing their sons. They don't hesitate in comparing the sons. The time the son is unable to do what she wants them to do, she won't hesitate in comparing the son with someone else's son. She won't hesitate comparing this her own son with somebody else's husband, with somebody else's father. Oh, look, he did so much for his mother. Do you have any idea? It's all very subtle and concealed, not very direct, but the comparison is there. And the moment he does it, it's basically to insinuate that, my dear child, you have to do what I'm comparing you with. You have to do greater than, the ones that I'm comparing you with. And that creates a lot of pressure. I mean, these sons are often seen very, I would say, badly regulated emotionally. They have a lot of depression issues. They are into a lot of substance abuse, and they are real wreck, just because of their covert narcissist mothers. So that comparison is there, then guilt tripping is there, that I have done so much for you and I don't know whether at all if someone will do something for me. So then the son comes in, oh no, I'm going to do it. What dad couldn't do, for you, I'm going to do it. So this is very unhealthy, of forcing, kids to, take up, roles of parent and caregivers. I mean, they are not your father, so why are you forcing them to, act like your father or like your husband? So that's absolutely horrible, but it is there. And the other thing that we can observe in maternal covert narcissism, especially the mother and son dynamic, is that there is a huge amount of triangulation. So if you are not doing, I mean, if the son is not doing what these mothers want, they are going to bring in these enablers and the flying monkeys, and they are going to question, hey, have you done this for your mother? She has suffered a lot, what have you done for her? And you'll feel miserable. You will just leave everything in your life and you would just go on doing things to make her feel good, to make her feel amazing, and that's it. So it's a very selfish standpoint where you are manipulating, you are bringing in other relatives to manipulate and really harass or emotionally abuse the son. So yes, that is also there. A lot of triangulation is there. So if you said no, or if you're ignoring, maybe you can't, or you are unable to do something, they're going to make the grandfather, her father speak to you. They're going to make her sister speak to you. Hey, did you do this for your mom? Oh, you have not done it. Well, my son has done it. Again, the comparison, the indirect way. The father comes into the role, the narcissist mother's father comes into the role and then says that are you doing this for your mother? Well, she has suffered a lot for you, you have to do it back. So the reminders are there, the triangulation is there, the payback reminders are there. So this is how it is. It's sad, but it's real. It's very much real. So people often talk about the father and daughter dynamics when there is a covert vulnerable narcissism there. But hardly anyone talks about the maternal covert narcissism, and it's very detrimental. It's very bad. I have seen men suffering badly, men absolutely becoming emotionally handicapped, absolutely becoming numb, unable to understand and process, and they have become real mess. I do work with a lot of clients who had been victims and who were raised by covert narcissist mothers, and they are really broken. They are really broken. They just used to live, before the therapy, they used to live with just one goal, that they have to do everything and anything to please their mother. And the mother used to just keep on breadcrumbing them. The mother never used to say that you are an amazing son. She used to say, oh, okay, that's nice, well, let me tell you, your auntie's son has done a lot. I'm not saying that I want it, but I'm just telling you. So, constant, they keep on hurting their child and they keep on controlling them and manipulating them, and it ruins them. These narcissists, these covert narcissists have zero empathy, even if it is their own child. It's all about them. It's all about their admiration. It's all about, them being glorified and them being worshipped, and that's it. That's how it is. And it's very painful. And the most challenging thing happens when these sons, I mean, who are raised by these covert narcissist mothers, they get married. That is when it becomes even more painful. The girl suffers a lot because she has to go on pleasing the covert narcissist mother, and and the covert narcissist mother has a double face. She'll be different in front of her son all the time, victim, and she might be a demoness behind the back or in front of the daughter-in-law. So it's very suffocating. She'll go on playing victim, and she will go on manipulating the son, and there is no happy married life for the son till the time his covert narcissist mother is alive, or till the time they are together, or till the time they are around each other. So it's very I would say choking, problematic for the girl who's married to a son that is raised by a covert narcissist mother, because she will never let the son go away, and she will always keep that control on the son, and the son, as it is, feels empty, and there is only one purpose of the son, and that is to please the mother. I mean, wife is there, it's okay, but it's not as important. The mission of his life is to please mother in exchange of those little breadcrumbs that he gets. Say no to toxicity, say no to abuse, and stay away from narcissists. Take care of yourself. Bye.